Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3. Hey y'all, it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be doing a review and demo over the new Gucci Fluid Debute Foundation and Serum Debute Primer. Now, I purchased both of these from the Gucci website. I've had them a little over a week and have been testing them out daily. So I wanted to give you a full review on both of these. Now, I have some information saved here on my phone from Trend Mood, so that way I could kind of give you the breakdown. So the foundation, which I have in the shade 250 Olive, the bottle looks like this. The bottle is gorgeous. And when I ordered it directly from Gucci, I got the foundation and the primer came in each a bag like this. And then I got two more of these like canvas tote bags, okay? The foundation retails for $68. It is adjustable coverage, lightweight, buildable, long wear formula, silky smooth foundation that achieves the ultimate natural finish, blur blemishes and make pores less visible. And it is in 40 shades. Now, the primer retails for $59. It is non-sticky formula, translucent, suitable for all skin types, gliding on smoothly to even tone and plump skin while creating a natural finish with a soft glow effect. Blurs lines, pores, silky application, and it contains natural origin agents and olive emollients for a refreshing and hydrating effect without blocking pores. Okay, so one thing I will definitely go ahead and say, the packaging on both of these is absolutely stunning. The weight of the glass of these is so heavy, it's not even funny. So this is what the primer looks like. It is very nice and emollient. But it does have a scent. This does smell to me like Old Lady perfume, which is like the Gucci scent. And I know people said that the bronzer had a scent, which I own as well, but the bronzer does not have the scent that the foundation and the primer have. So I like the primer from what I've used of it. It's just a hydrating primer. There's nothing super special about it to me. I mean, it's not sticky, anything like that. I mean, as you can see, it just hydrates the skin, which I know I have watched other people's reviews over this foundation, which this is what the bottle looks like. We'll give it a pump. So as you can see, it is not super thick, but not super runny either. But I know a lot of people who have dry skin have had issues with this foundation, and I would not order directly from Gucci if you're not sure if you're going to love it. Because my friend on YouTube, Eileen, which she has a channel, it's a Merch Beauty, ordered hers from Gucci and it did not work well on her at all, and she wanted to return it and she could not. So if you want this, it is available at Sephora, which I will create a magic link. So if you do purchase off of that, I will earn a small commission. So that way you can return it if you don't like it. So typically what I do is just dot it all over my face like it is now, and then just take my BK Beauty 101 and blend it in. And now, whenever I first put it on, it does look a little yellow, but once it's all blended in, it doesn't. And when I put on the rest of my foundation. Now, so far, I have enjoyed this foundation, honestly. But for me, talking about foundation, I have very normal skin. I don't have a lot of wrinkles yet. I have some fine lines, especially around my eyes, my forehead. Whenever my Botox is worn off, you know, it has a little bit of texture, but not a whole lot. So, I mean, as you can see on my skin, I will zoom in. It just has a nice natural finish. But again, I don't have any dry patches or anything like that. So I mean, as you can see, to me, it is a light medium coverage. You can still see some of the redness on my cheeks poking through, but for the most part, it does cover nicely. The redness on my nose and all that kind of stuff. And it has a pretty good blend with my neck as well. So it's not like super obvious. I could have probably went a tad bit darker, but I would rather go lighter and then use bronzer or whatever. So I'm gonna take just a tiny bit more. So typically it takes about 2 pumps, 2.5 pumps maybe, to cover my whole face. And I'm just adding a little bit more where I have well, not really problem skin, but I have super rosy cheeks. So I like to kind of cancel that out. And the way that I do that is by adding just a tiny bit more foundation. Okay. So this is what she looks like fresh on the skin. Okay. Need to blend better in my eyebrow area. Okay. So as you can see, there's no weird patches. I do need to blend right there a little bit more. When I'm looking at myself in the big monitor, I can see more of what's going on. But as you can see, it is a medium coverage. You can still see some of my redness through. It is not a full coverage by any means, but I don't have like any weird bunching around my nose, which sometimes if I have weirdness with foundation, I get bunching right here and then right around my nose area. But it does sit really pretty on my skin. And it doesn't emphasize texture, anything like that. I do always powder it because it doesn't, to me, dry down super fast. So it still has a little bit of like that tackiness. So I like to powder it. And I have been using obsessively the Chantecaille Blur Powder. Yeah. And they are re-releasing that, by the way. So if you'll give me a moment, I'm gonna go off camera, put the rest of my face on, and then we'll come back and let you see the finished result. And if you wanna see how products blend over, not yesterday, Monday's video I did a get ready with me. I'll try to remember to link it in the cards. I showed me putting on my full face and I used this foundation. But yeah, I haven't had any issue with any of the products that I wanted to try over it, blending with it. So, I mean, so far it's so good. Okie dokie. So I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I used my Chantecaille Blur Powder. I used the NARS Claudette Blush Duo, and this is Corset and Nino Chica. I'm probably pronouncing that all wrong. It looks like this. I just mixed both shades together. I used the Fenty Diamond Balm in Royal Icing, so I have like a super glittery highlighter on. I used my Danessa Myricks underneath my Gucci bronzer. And then for lips, I used the So Rare lip liner and the Susan Nude shade by Gucci. So let's talk about my thoughts on the foundation and primer. The packaging is bougie as all hell. I mean, it really is. I think this is one of the weightiest bottles I own. And like, I own some high-end foundation. I mean, like, I don't know if you can see just how thick the glass is. And I forgot to tell you, these are both standard fluid out. So it's the same size as most foundations, but it is very pricey. I like the consistency of the primer. I think it is beautiful. I like how it feels, but the fragrance can be a little bit overwhelming. So if you don't like fragrance in products, I would definitely stay away from it. Plus it's pretty pricey. And I think the So Rare one, let me grab that. I have that right here. This is the Rare Beauty one by, this is their hydrating one, almost illuminating. And this one's cheaper. I think I like this one better as an illuminating primer. I mean, I'm gonna still use it, but I prefer the consistency of this. Like this one, is pretty. I don't think there's anything to write home about. Now, when I am looking at my hand, does it look any blurred? Let's show you. This is the side that has the Gucci. This is the side that has the Rare Beauty. So you can kind of judge for yourself. The Gucci side does look a little bit more blurred. But on the skin, the foundation is definitely my favorite part. If you can find the right shade, now again, I would not order from Gucci. I've seen some people have problems with it, but the foundation has a beautiful medium finish. If you have dry skin, I'm not sure if I would recommend this, but it just, you see what I mean? Like, you can see hand to hand how that just kind of blurs the imperfections. I think the foundation is really good. I like how it applies to the skin. I like how it looks. And I feel like my hand has more texture than my face. You know what I mean? So I think on my hand, you can definitely see with foundation, without, what it looks like. What we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take a little bit of it and put it over the Rare Beauty side to see if the blurring is from the primer or from the foundation or from a mixture, well, of the two. Now, I have worn it over several different primers, just testing it out. The Pat McGrath, the Rare Beauty. Okay. I think it's the foundation that has that blurring effect, as you can see. But yeah. And it does take a minute to dry down, but I really like it. Now again, if you are sensitive to fragrance, this has a hellacious scent behind it. I mean, you want to smell like a rich old white lady? Buy the Gucci. But I mean, it doesn't have a bad scent to it. You know, to me, it reminds me of like when you walk into a higher end department store, that kind of smell to it. But if you are sensitive to fragrances, I would stay far away from both. But again, I like the way that it looks on my skin. I mean, as you can see, I mean, I am 37 years old. I get Botox just to my forehead. So I still have texture and stuff like that to my skin, and this is what it looks like up close. It doesn't settle in like on my forehead. It doesn't settle into the lines or to the ones right here, which are my deepest lines, which is why I get Botox. So I mean, you can see it has a very, very pretty finish. So if you are in the market for a new foundation and you want to try something that is more luxurious, I would definitely recommend the foundation. The primer, on the other hand, you know, I bought it because I wanted the matching set, but I don't think that you need to have the primer. So remember, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I think this Saturday, if y'all are interested, let me know down below. I was thinking about doing my big eyeshadow palette collection as a live, so that way, you know, if you had questions or anything about any of them, it would be, I thought that that might be a little bit more helpful. So y'all let me know down below what you think of that. But I guess that's it, so we'll see y'all later. Bye.